Welcome everyone to our daily fun on our devices, keeping them all undusted, tested and with improved hardware support. In today's edition, IBM second generation PowerXCell A8i, the would-be improved PS3. How fast would it have been? Also, actually, the clocks of this PCIe accelerator are slightly lower, 2.8 instead of 3.2, I believe, but it has more memory, although slower, just DDR2 or so instead of Rambo. So continuing to comparing apples and oranges, zero dot frames, at least something. Yes, we had this already. I have it already for 2 years or so. We had this already on previous on this channel, but the only constant is change and regressions and testing. I already found that our NFS stuff. So the usual win-win. Why do I do this? Because keeping our stuff tested. I also wanted to save a performance index. So let's also, just for the fun, NeoFetch should probably not take too long. Of course, this is a also. So this is natively, I actually should run this in a second. You will see this. We will fire up Tmax. So the setup, of course, in my Razer or whatever, external USB-C Thunderbolt enclosure, because it is a PCIe accelerator, right, for use in supercomputers or your AI workstation, and it is running on a NFS 4 root file system, for which I had to improve NFS NT2. So the usual, why is our stuff increasingly just freaking working here? And because every freaking day we wrench and code, improve stuff. And welcome and good evening. Why does this also Tmax? Okay, you know what? Let's use the chance. Does that work or not? So what do I even? Okay, this works. I hope this machine survives the live stream, because previously I somehow lost it, although I carried it a meter away. Maybe I touched something. Like, yeah, pro tip, don't carry your dongles. Having PCIe accelerators in USB dongles, what could possibly go wrong? Except crashing the system. So, locale, we want. Speaking of which, okay, this is just slow. How is this made? Take, yeah, I should have copy and pasted that from the command line. No, I touched it wrong. This grep, maybe I should optimize this grep here. Thankfully I didn't. Because sometimes when I touched an arrow key already because I was impatient, and sometimes with this dialog stuff you already touched something and then the next stuff interprets this as user input and stuff goes. Anyway, also excuse the sound, right? I have it already a meter away, and probably not sponsored by German Lights business office document file on top of it to dampen this up another 2 decibel. Tmax, right? I believe we probably need to log in again for that also for, I'm not building this on NFS, that would be too slowish. Obviously I'm building this, I give it a head start. We're building in Tempest, right? Because performance. So here goes that, and then finally emerge depths, none verbose neo fetch, because why not? And then we build bash and binutils. I hope binutils builds in less than 1 hour 45 minutes. So the thing is, I would love to run SetRAM, compressed set RAM, compressed RAMFS, not FS, SBOP. However, I'm booting a year-old kernel. We could check that. Oh, now we have Tmax, right? So this is a year or 2 old kernel, because I had this on my server from the last testing, and yeah, very theoretically. So the thing is, I still need to figure out how to load an init.rd, because somehow with this firmware, it's the usual IBM firmware complication. So this is a special snowflake, of course T2, but kernel with embedded in it already, because I still need to read more of the freaking manual. To do some useful stuff also, yeah, what you want to see, right? LS CPU, 2.8 gigahertz, goodness. Cell broadband engine from IBM, not Sony, with probably 8 SPUs active. Did I ever? And these are second generation SPUs, right? Actually, maybe should we port our PS3 onto that? At least we have 4 gigs of memory, and we could actually run this stuff. So theoretically, probably not me, but if someone would have too much time, maybe you probably should be like basically porting the game OS, like similar to RPCS3, but without emulation, and running this stuff natively. Probably should. You don't have the NVIDIA GPU. Yeah, okay, you don't have the NVIDIA GPU. So much to that. But hey, you could solder it on there maybe somehow externally over. Hey, it has a PCIe bus. Maybe forwards it to. Anyway, I'm not doing that. It would be possible. It would be fun. No idea how the games would run. So neofetch in 1 minute. No, it's not too much. Let's just for the fun. What would we get for dry run for BTOP? 4 minutes. Okay, let's give it a try. Does it build bash because I control CZ? Oh no, I didn't. Okay, let's see how this fares. So we have some stuff to do, right? Because as usual, the win-win, I already committed NFS improvements because somehow there's some little details, and also I changed it because each time I need to Google myself. I still need to review this. Obviously, this is the same build as we run on the PS3, right? And on a slim fat PS3 and not a whopping IBM accelerator. I still need to review why this happens. It should not really happen. Not really sure why this happens. Anyway, my point is, of course, we improved NFS stuff, so we now install more example files, and also I improved the init script. So the usual stuff I do before the live streams. And so now we also have some more stuff. So it's just serial console and machines. Yes, for future videos I will soon stack them in the background for better visuals and stuff. I'm aware of that. So for that NFS mount, so I figured, because okay, init rd, let's make the init rd init stuff for NFS also better. So it turns out apparently we didn't need this here. So here we are building. Where would we want to test that? Maybe not on, maybe here. Need to be really careful though. So because here's I should not kill that serial terminal, because it probably would kernel panic with. Of course I'm running this Frankenstein, right? Booted from a T2 init rd and NFS mounted manually and changed manually, brought up SSHD and stuff. I should actually have run this verbose. Mistakes are made. Actually, SPU, where are our SPUs? Somewhere. Okay, we will probably figure that out another day. Warlock BTOP. There, this stuff is. How many were that? 23 also. What were the IBM PowerXCell? Let's quickly. Oops, no, I hate when this happens. You move the mouse 1 pixel and you select the wrong. Yeah, 23. So was Pentium. 31 freaking stages. So I'm actually surprised it's that slow, given it has less stages. I mean, okay, it doesn't have, does it, how much branch? I mean, yeah, maybe, probably, how much superscalar was the Pentium 4? Yeah, stages is not everything. If you, yeah, spoiler alert, I wish it were faster. Anyway, so let's improve this NFS mount stuff that I had to fiddle together again. So mount, so by the way, so this should work, right? Okay, it does. So this is on my Steam Deck, on my local thin client, or it's not really thin client, right? It's, what do we call this? MIDI client? Mini client? Do we need version 4? That would be the question. Okay, that we apparently might need. So apparently version 4, that is apparently the minimum, because the last time I clobbered everything I could find in there. I clearly have too many things. So the last time I clobbered everything I could find in here, and that was more than needed. So let's polish that. So the address is needed. I tested that already. If we run that most minimal without another NFS mount helper, and very theoretically, should we just, so apparently we could, I mean the question is it super universal? Did I unmount that already? Because I'm not sure. Alright, the address. Can there be any garbage? Okay, interesting, there can be any garbage. It's like, yeah, I don't really quite get why we need from user space peel the address out of there, and then here you need a colon. Without colon it doesn't work, so this is a little bit near to me. I mean, if this would be my kernel, I would make the IP address work inside there, because that does not work. At least it didn't work earlier. Let's maybe double check this, but I'm basically 100% sure that didn't work, which is like why, I don't know. Just not implemented. Oops, apparently. Yeah, valid argument. So why user space needs to peel the address out of there, needs to apply it in the mount options, and your guess is as good as mine. If you as a Linux developer, if you're a Linux kernel developer who implemented that amazingness, leave me in the comments below. Oops, now also fat fingered, that was the wrong beta. 4 minutes in. Next we need also probably to... Oh, linking and optimizing this binary. Yay! So, NFS, so, I mean, it's basically... I mean, the only thing is it's getting long on the prompt, right? It's probably wrapping 40 characters. Yeah, I mean, even that... Probably LTOs a bit. Also not sure what I pressed there. Whatever is going. Actually, you know what? Maybe it doesn't. It probably doesn't like our terminal. Screen. Screen. Yeah, maybe it's not the most happy about. Maybe that is better. So, yeah. So NFS. So basically, we could remove the first column stuff from root. Just for prettification, because I mean it's just duplicate content until, I mean, I see it already coming. We also, yes, Big City Life. People set their forests on fire. People drive their overheating combustion cars into stuff and other cars. Yeah. Not everyone sits peaceful in front of their PC or PowerXCell. Yeah, so I see it already coming. We remove it off here, and then it breaks something, and we will add it back sometime soon. So that would be remove the first and because we remove it, we basically need to add it back. Right. Leave in the comments below. Is it worth it? Is it not very theoretically? We could, I mean, we removed what is more readable. I mean, you know what? Maybe this is more readable. Then we don't need to re-add the column. Not like leave in the comments below. So address. We could unify this here. Oops, yeah, best without typo. Does this not indent correctly? Did I say indent? I mean colorize, syntax highlight. Did our beta pay making post-install adoption? It built in 9. Okay, so the time estimate is somehow off. Maybe the SMT single multi-thread. I mean, okay, we also used to really garbage. Whatever I built some, yeah, whatever I built first was probably not the best guesstimate. So verbose just for the matrix and try run. Also force. Okay, it's sync 7 minutes, so I've only run that for, I want to delete that here, the ref time, so let's hope for 8 minutes and then we see. Yeah. And now we have a nice B-top. It somehow doesn't render everything. Why does this not render everything? Or is it the latest? I think this must be... Oh, this renders more. So it does... Maybe it does no Alacrity. Okay, whatever. This renders, so external color, whatever. So Alacrity is more. Is it even everything? Okay, fine, whatever. So while this is scrolling by, root address, so theoretically we need to test that. And also actually, does this work? So recently we reorganized this, so let's commit this already. I believe there's a second bug. So does this, I mean theoretically we should test this. The problem is, yeah, probably I should, I should test this with QEMU. Can I easily, I need to rebuild the, I would need to fire up QEMU. Okay, let's groomate it. It's the next time I will. Let's put it on our 400 line to do and test it the next time we need it. So mount option, so that is what we had there. Mount option, I'll remove this random stuff that we apparently don't need after all. Or not anymore. And so the file system, yeah, whatever order. I believe this should work, right? Let's x equals 1, y equals a. Yeah. It's just confusing the syntax highlighting in Vim. Mount. I mean, theoretically, we should have support for users applying other. I mean, yeah, actually, you know what? Let's further improve that. I just said I believe it probably has a chance to work. If we do that later, then the user might be able to override this if we version 4 address and then the rest. Then it might work. Actually, we also should actually support other mount options. But here, at least it's already more further prepared to support this. Just there's always one more thing. So mount options version 4 address read only. This surely should work, right? Yep. So then further or remove superfluous with s from rd init, and okay, this should say it all, and welcome everyone. Now we're building. And then what else did I want to do? All right, I wanted to guru meditate, aka think about whether, because I recently refactored that vastly. Here's address. So basically what we want here is this, okay, we only do this. Oh wait, we also only want to do that once, right? Okay, actually I believe we exit there after one try now, because this is now in a while loop. This is completely refactored. So do all the resume stuff. Okay. Do I clear? Okay, we clear the resume, so we should only do that once. Okay, this we should only be able to remove once. This is also removed, so that should not expand as well. Yeah, it's complicated supporting all the. It's basically supporting 20 use cases in UUID and not in resume and swap and. I wonder if we should. Would there be anything mount up? It's a little bit strange to initialize it here in the middle. Let's maybe. Oh shit, why does this not copy? Because I copied it. Yeah, Vim copy and paste. That's. It's Vim. Yeah, and then theoretically we could add there more parsing. It's exactly the place where we could add more parsing if we needed that precisely there. It smells weed here though. Could the person who's smoking weed in front of the office sooner get high here? Yeah, welcome everyone to the Berlin weed smoking outside experience. Stuff is building, so far so good. I mean, the build time is vastly skewed because did I even recently update the BTOP cache things? I'm not sure if I regenerated the cache time there. I'm surprised that, by the way, recurring theme release, early release often. Today I updated TCC, the Tiny C compiler, which has not many features, but at least blazing fast compilation speed. Yeah, not the release in 5 years, right? Who is surprised? Also not here. It's like, yeah, maybe release more often than once every 5 years. That's this. Why does this princess in the middle of? No. Ah, right, the plugins. It's probably building. What? It's not downloaded? Oh, come on. Why? How is this not downloaded? Is this even the right machine? Yes, 1750X. Be careful what you do here, right? I'm not sure what the legal status. They wanted to legalize that a little bit more, but they, as usual, empty promises. Politicians, empty promises. Same empty promises and corruption, the same everywhere, just more or less, allegedly. And say hi when you are here. So 7, maybe I'm here then too. BTOP for a beer or so. So BTOP cache just because. Yeah, that's not the most. Actually, to be fair, it's doubling the build time referencing relative to BTOP, so that's probably a thing. That certainly makes this estimate way more accurate. At least, hey, we are fully loading our 2 simultaneous multi-processing threads. Probably I should next try to build the Linux kernel with Clang. Just an estimate I run for BTOP, so it's currently estimating now at. No, we don't have a reference time. I deleted it. More IDM cache BTOP. Not cache. And it built in 9 minutes. Let's see what the estimate will be after we finished bash. And then here this stuff. So swap and clear it. So diskless. So if it's that, then that. Otherwise scan. Okay, if it exists, or okay, that actually looks more sound than I imagined. And then mounting, and so yeah, we fail. We are supposed to fail if 0 address set determines the file system. We could also, where do we have type? Do we have mount? File systems. Okay. I guess, what do we use here? So I guess it would be better to use file systems here. That is more readable, right? I always recently forget this. If the length is 0. So if it's 0, then set it, and then, okay, that's probably way more readable. Because we might need to probe multipler. Usually not, but And okay, we break here in any case. Okay, so I guess that should be fine. So what did we do? We also typo for some reason. Probably some VI. So 10 minutes. I guess the estimate wasn't that off, right? Was the estimate 8 minutes, right? So, and what we really would want, so now we get more. Ah, darn, we first need to build Perl. To build bin utils. 28 minutes for bin utils. Thank you very much. Yeah, you probably don't want to run a IBM. I mean, this is not the primary use case, all right? Of course, I don't give it credit where credit is due. Similar to the PS3, if you fully load all the SPUs, the spur processing elements there, how did they call them? SPU as synergistic. So, of course, you're supposed to use SPEs like for AI or SIMD, image, audio, and all the other good workloads, right? So we're not making use of this amazing simultaneous synergetic stuff. So yeah, there we are configuring, and so let's double check the try run for speedtop. So okay, it estimates 10 minutes and it was, what was it? 9. Okay, I mean that's to be fair, it's actually pretty good estimate there. 9:30, 10, I mean, that's certainly vastly close. No. Yeah, so the thing is, I don't really want, so the problem is, unfortunately we need to build Perl, and so yeah, maybe we need to write a compiler that is SPE accelerated, I guess. Yeah, that's not really cutting it the most, to be honest. At least we optimized our NFS stuff, right? So how, and also if you're wondering, if you read init scripts and stuff, sometimes, sure, I put stuff somewhere like other developers, right? If you read other of the 2013 Linux distributions, Debian or stuff I heard might exist. And sure, some developer puts stuff somewhere and it works, it's not touched, and it's even in T2, I put it somewhere. Recently I refactored it, probably when I refactored it vastly to better wait for serial attached SCSI, SAS, right, previous video. It's like, yeah, I thought in this one, I thought like, nah, probably not the best place. But yeah, we are here back improving this stuff. So a little bit more readability. Probably should be fine. Further clean up. That I guess is also probably fine. Yeah, I wish I would. We could just run setramfs here, but given the YOLO nature of this thing, that's not really going to happen. By the way, the crazy stuff is, unless you run remote Wayland, you could just run even Emacs, right, on this PCIe accelerator. Actually, you could build, probably shall I subscribe, probably one day, maybe soon, I will build a total Frankenstein system, because I also have an Intel Xeon Phi accelerator, so we could actually Frankenstein a power PC accelerator, a Intel Xeon Phi, actually pronunciation, and then to make this complete, not use an x86 host, right? So we could plug this into an ARM or even RISC-V host. Also, yeah, we could. I think I have an external PCIe switch because my biggest RISC-V system only has one PCIe slot, I believe, unless we reuse the M.2 slot. But I believe I have a PCIe switch, so we could very theoretically RISC-V host with x86 and PowerPC accelerator, kinder 3 architectures in one machine. You definitely want to share, like, subscribe. Not saying this, I do this, I mean, maybe next year or this winter, or, you know, I have a distribution to maintain. So yeah, we improved NFS today, we improved initRD, it still needs a little bit testing. It surely is mostly fine. We got this out and tested, so right, we can actually start to document this. So that would be, is this even the right, I need to be careful which is what here. All right, this is, because the init, this is the init process, and if we kill that, then our kernel, I would not have programmed it like this, but the Linux kernel, like many or all Unix kernels, like to kernel panic if the init process dies, so it will kill all our running power accelerator. So do you own any P3 or hi there, do you own any P3 old fat Frankie? I do not own all. I only well, I own 1, 2, theoretically I own 4 P3s, but I only have 2 in the office. And so I have a FAT, like it's not the total Frankenstein FAT. I own the, I believe, first European FAT. I'm not sure if they sold, we could Google that. But so the very first FATs, as far as I remember, might only be Japan and US or America or so, with the PS2 emotion engine or what it was called. I have, I believe, the first European FAT without that, as far as I remember, without the PS2 emotion engine or whatever. And I have a slim, like Slim 3000, which unfortunately is not yet hacked, and I don't have time for that. So I've not yet, I mean, hacked for other OS should be doable, but nobody has, I believe. So I only use this as a, I only got this as, initially was my second PS3 ever, and we used it to watch Blu-ray at home. I got this mostly because the fat PS3 was so loud and energy hungry and warm, and this second or so generation Slim 3000, whatever, PCH, whatever, 3000, has this new whatever 65 or whatever nanometer chips in this way loud. And in the meantime, thanks to all your patronage, GoFundMe, YouTube membership, and so on, I was able to auction myself, of course, as usual, screwed negotiator. I have 2 developer P3s now as well. One I have not yet even shown much here. So share, like, and subscribe for more developer tool P3s coming soon. So yeah, I have only 4, of which I use 3 for Linux and 1 for the intended Blu-ray consumption. Someone forgets the hairdryer. Yeah, hairdryer. The hairdryer is a IBM PowerXCell. Did I not build this with freaking verbose? Probably not. Why is this only using 1 thread? Whatever it's doing there, it's not doing this very efficient. Interesting somehow. And this is a small thing. It's of course not very important. Here is some. Here is one mini Perl bootstrap. Not sure which. Perl, which make that is. Here we run mini Perl, not really. What are we even running here? Make. What is the size limit here? Oh. I hate when stuff compacts this. Compact not C. Yeah, it's not C. Oh no, this is Unicode. Long? Don't truncate long lines. Yeah, this is also a Unix illness, right? Each bloody command line tool has each different, like in strace it's -S and -V and it's like YS. Like other people just accept it, right? You are here for critical thinking, for code therapy. Why is this true? Because, I mean, why is it so? Because everyone on early Unix, they just YOLO'd the stuff in their garage there in the basement of AT&T. And everyone just YOLO'd their own stuff in there, right? I mean, just look no further than DD's crazy command line parsing stuff. So make, this is actually make J2. Okay, oh no, it's more. Shit, we missed this. So this is, oops. No, I fat fingered something again. I hate when I fat finger shit. So something of this stuff doesn't run in parallel. Is this bootstrap even run for native builds? If native, at stage native, post make. Why do we do this stuff H2PH? Do we really need this freaking shit? I should review that. So this is at cross only. It doesn't, so maybe their internal makefile stuff is so inefficient for some reason. Whatever the case might be there. Anyway, we had stuff to do, which was even the stuff I wanted to do. Maybe I should not always get so sidetracked with unimportant details. Victor says, can help with one test unit, but there's an issue because 14 nanometer uses 3.40 driver and you need to run 321 minimum firmware to run Linux, right? So what are you? I am not aware of 321 minimum. What do you mean with min firmware? I am not which. What do you mean? What precisely do you mean with help you with one test unit? And what do you mean with which 49? Do you mean with like sending it or running it notely? I'm not aware of any limitations Linux was ever supported, right? Or do you mean removed? Do you mean Max firmware? Ah, you mean Frankenstein upgraded of a newer RSX soldered onto a old one, right? Okay. So you mean have a spare one to send that in? Which model number would that be? 2500, 3000? Linux Max firmware. I'm not sure. I thought people can. I mean, you can custom other OS that, right? As long as you can custom firmware like with rebug. I'm not doing game stuff, so I don't memorize all those details. But I thought even the latest rebug could come with other OS support. But I might be wrong. At least I thought that is what people are running. But yeah, if you mean C, C is the last Linux other OS thing, right? If you count like that, I might have D at home. But yeah, Frankenstein would be super cool. Also, someday I will. I need to check with my PS3 custom firmware friends, as I don't usually do that. Regarding re-enabling the SPUs, right? I would love to try this on one of my PS3s someday. As some people say it was possible, other people say nah, better not, don't mess with it. But yeah. Anyway, so what did we wanted to do here? We wanted surely do something. Except all this mess of random. Was there something I need to? No, I need to rewind my own video. What I will also test, by the way, the reason is, I go live because I hope it helps people to, gather, also do their stuff, right? Share their opinion and talks and hang with the community, ask me anything. Basically also watch how Linux distribution details, like there are not thousands, there are 10 or if not 100,000 of details, right? That all the dependencies for NFS root. Also one day I will try like iSCSI and all the recently did SAS. Also like this ATA, there was this, which also a little bit obsolete, but this ATA over Ethernet, just for fun, like all the stuff like theoretically you could support, and this hardware, right? Alright, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to document, wanted to document the performance index. Do I even have the T2 hardware? So that would be would we even have that at board? Do we have IBM board? Did I even, maybe here? Ah, here. Yeah. So here it is. But there are also, let's fix, I believe yesterday I noticed that what was? Let's just use some. You know what? Let's diff it. I realized yesterday I fixed some issues, and today I realized there must be at least one more. Is there not? Also there's some kernels. Okay, I need to do that one day. Also some here's embedded missing for some reason. So this is from here to, that might have been the, alright, oh no, it's not missing, it's just moved there. MI saw B board R. Don't tell me the embedded is. All those things have 2 times embedded. Now that's an achievement. Oh, this is why this was... Yeah, I should automate this, but nah. I mean, I could probably... Okay, you know what, let's automate it. I believe something like from the first... Oops, what was range? Comma, right? From 1 to the first embed that match. Does this work? Do embedded delete. Let's hope this works. Actually, we could do this in place and... Okay, this worked. When you do a non-travel SED regular expression thing, and it actually freaking worked. So these are, let's just double check, these are 22 occurrences and 22, okay. I moved duplicate embedded menu entries. But what I really wanted to do, this was just fixing stuff, and it's still building. So somehow the build, actually the clock is surprisingly correct after laying around. Of course we don't have a time zone set, so... Yeah, I'm not sure if this Tmax will catch this, updating this. So let's copy from Sun T4 to here. Actually, we should have, you know what, if we copy PS3, we immediately say how much faster it is. Ah, this is wrong, VI. Let's use a VI, this has visual select. Some improved, some would say improved VI, right? So, Bash. I have the feeling this one, I mean, it's slightly lower clocked, right? So, not the biggest surprise there. This was, although it might be a newer system. This is 13, so that is newer. So yeah, maybe it's not slower with 2.8 gigahertz after all. It's also LTOing, right? So yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not, yeah, but I mean, everything is, you know, GCC each release 5% slower here. Yeah, it's a pity that we have now so mixed numbers, but it is what it is. It's still better than nothing. So this was smart test. Where even was now? So bash. Yeah, 10 minutes. So yeah, I mean the memory. So the PS3 had Rambus. This has slightly lesser DDR, whatever, 2 or so, whatever was up to date back in the day, and it's slower compiler. So yeah, so I guess we built bin utils in a while. Yeah, also smartest, which is OS, probably OS 0 fast. I slightly wonder, would it show here the memory? I mean, theoretically, do we have the post here? So what does it print? Why does it say SMP disabled? But maybe that is multiple of those on one. So yeah, 4 gigs of whatever, I guess. I hear some. Here. 4 DIMMs, 800 megahertz. Probably DDR2, huh? DDR2, yeah. So, yep, I guess I can go eat dinner. Yeah, all the other stuff, I mean, okay, theoretically we have some other stuff to debug. Let's maybe save. Did I save this already? Yeah, TCC would build this faster if TCC would have PowerPC support. Share, like, subscribe for us eventually writing a compiler. Maybe for this basic PowerPC support, we will see. So, yeah, that's building. What else do we have to do? Fixing some bugs. Alright, we can delete this. I'm done with NFS utils for today. What else would be up to do? Probably I think I put on my to-do just a cosmetics thing because we filter the compiler arguments, but maybe set MTC flags by default just to avoid misleading or whatever. This for sure will most likely break some packages, but maybe it's worth it to do just for the fun of it. I just realized, by the way, our developer Notek is polishing the CSS actually. This looks, so yeah, previously we had an image here. So this of course looks much nicer. I just only realized this now. Highly appreciated. I slightly wonder, does it probably doesn't fix our problem with, but yeah, I mean, we are working on the website, right? More content, more documentation, more styling. Yeah, so this is still because of the formatting I used here. It's out of the CSS box stuff, this position, whatever, that is why. But yeah, we probably need a proper menu someday. So, yeah, it's a pity we need to waste so much time. How long are we building already? 18:13, so we're building, so 30 minutes would be 43. I should actually finish eventually. Okay, let's, until that finishes, we will fix some bug. I'm sure there's something to find. What should we... I mean, we could... Theoretically, the most important would be FreeBD, although I'm not really... So the problem is it's... How much fun is it really, right? It's like... Of course, truth be told, and that's also why I auction some stuff and have some fun with other devices, not only implementing, fixing and improving exotic and non-mainstream, but data center. I mean, one of the first like options and stuff, right? Actually, fun fact, one of the first consulting things, I mean, hey, I even did consulting for compiler engineers, right? Which was amazing when I founded my company, when I was young and stuff in my company. So, hey, some compiler consulting, I was first. And that's also the thing, right? Most money I did not make with embedded or Linux. Absolutely crazy. I mean, unless you count virtualization. We did virtualization consulting and code and stuff, and like, and the sad thing is, I would probably be, if I would only do high-priced consulting, I would probably be a millionaire. So that is the sad thing, right? Like, everything pays better than working on a Linux distribution. And this all something failed. Is this only? This is also locally. What did I do locally here? This is this pro nonsense. I don't need this pro. But yeah, I also we were also paid for consulting for some diskless, rootless, or like local storage-less for some big institutions here in Europe. I don't like really big, some really big things. For reasons I don't really want to. Let's say some accelerator stuff, if you, for legal reasons, don't really want to, as we are not authorized to promote using such stuff. But yeah, I mean, people need local storage less and network and recovery and backup and distributed storage stuff. And of course, nowadays all this stuff is more mainstream, but hey, this was 15 years ago when I founded my company in 2006 or so. So yeah, fun stuff we did. And yeah, people pay, otherwise people pay companies to set up stuff like distributed local storage-less remote booting for distributed compute systems, edge and other kind of stuff. Don't tell me, this is a build from me. Why did FreeBD freaking build now? Yesterday it freaking failed with this Mazer stuff. Was it with, so why do I stop this? This is bizarre. I mean, yesterday I wondered, why does it, like, what changed? I mean, I will surely find out the next time I build it and it doesn't build. Like, how is that a thing? Commented that out. I mean, that should not be it though. Let's FreeBD. It's like stupid package names for 100, right? Like, how do people name their stuff? Let's rebuild this because FreeBD. I'm interested whether that builds FreeBD. Because it configures, okay, this, oh no, this, okay, this doesn't work for reasons, okay. But then, wait a second, but then we have, is that right? Oops. So syntax highlighting, I mean, why does this dude not use syntax highlighting? I mean, sometimes it's bloody syntax highlighting, like if I'm confusing the syntax highlighting with my bloody cursor, if I, between the parentheses, the syntax highlighting, wonder what is my cursor, like, yeah. I'm not sure if the command works at this place. I mean, probably it does work, it probably evaluates that, and, I mean, I believe what happens is it includes this as code, and then it's evaluating that as shell code, and then it works naturally, I believe, probably. How can this freaking build so long? I mean, surely the 40 minutes are over. The 30 minutes estimate started at 18, this is 43, we're already past 43. Surely it can't build that much longer, can it? Unless there, no, there, don't tell me there is, I mean, I guess changing the time zone in should work, right? Not that we rebuild stuff because of no time zone change, but I believe it. No change mods, it builds modules there. So okay, this builds. This should cut the build time slightly for not Meson, because I believe previously it Meson reconfigured, I believe. So this is just an optimization and a comment of reminder of what to do. Ah, 29.5 freaking degrees in the freaking office. Still need a new office and aircon. Yeah, it's not really changing the... Yeah, it's, I mean, if it's not using this, then it's a valid cache file update, so taking that fixed ABD not to run Meson after config and guess that might be something that sort. Actually should have closer. Yeah, it's fine. So surely this eventually should. Yeah, pro tip, you don't want to run a IBM PowerXCell 8i or PS3 as your main desktop, man. Probably I should overclock this. I believe in a previous live stream when I unboxed that and run it, whenever that was, maybe a year ago, I believe an IBM engineer tuned in here, right? Wasn't it? That was it. I probably should drop in an email of what name I was it. Was it Andre Bergmann or something? IBM Linux Germany. Someone it was, I believe. I probably should. Yeah, I need to check my old. I need to rewatch my own old live streams. Because I believe, as far as I remember, someone in the comments of previous or IBM or previous working with that at IBM, I believe they said they had this clocked higher in the lab. And I wonder if he could drop us some notes of what to tweak carefully. Is it some resistor? Is it some config? Can we flash it? Can we run it at 3.2 for science? For more epic thread gripping performance? Or can we maybe even dynamically do that at runtime? If an IBM engineer who loves their PowerPC stuff is watching, please let me know. Still freaking building. I want to move on to bin utils, man. Okay, at least we have that stuff. Then let's continue with the other stuff. So that was that. What else do we? Yeah, then we have only minor things to do, and then we theoretically could release a new set of ISOs, which is obviously why I'm polishing this, right? I'm so happy and lucky that I polished the other NFS stuff. What is, by the way, a little bit lame, that not only that this builds so long, but IOstat is only listing block devices, right? So it's a little bit lame that you don't get, like, if you, I mean, for me, basically, this NFS stuff would be like file system block level, but it's like, yeah, you don't really have block devices in this PCA accelerator, right? So it's like, yeah, would have been so cool if that would register here, but it doesn't. Oh, we are installing also. So theoretically, if we wanted to save some time, we could basically yeah, we could already start basically. If we wanted to clock the bin utils time here. I mean, it's guesstimating 15 minutes, but given, like, this is guesstimating from what? From Bash? I mean, given that this is already off quite a while, I mean, it is possible because the PS3 was... also, wait a second, we built a whole lot of shit. Oh no, I ruined this. Why do I always ruin something? I need to make T2 more foolproof, even the core developer, because now this deleted the log file and this will fail, although it didn't fail because log was not there. Anyway, it is possible that actually, because the PS3 had so little memory and even the retail PS3 was swapping to death, like swapping the compressed memory swap to death plus the SSD swap to death, that a lot of this build time of the PS3 was, especially from the last C++ files, was swapping to death, like was 100% IO load, wasted IO load. So it is actually possible that this build will be faster for the memory intensive C++ files here than 1 hour 40, if we are lucky. So 50... I mean, maybe we get this done in 1 hour 30 or so, like a little bit faster. Let's see. Let's let it surprise us. Also, yeah, we do LTO. So, also I recently have seen, I think some package built faster with LTO. So maybe that could at times happen. So. Okay, we had Perl previously. I mean, running this stuff, okay, we run this over NFS, right? I mean, this, or actually, wait, we get Texas back. Anyway. That's it for this video. What? Alright, we deleted. We mangled it up. Nah. It is not what it is. Actually, we could yeah, but it's fine. It's whatever. So yeah. I mean, we skew the build time a tiny little bit because we still install. Yeah. But also recurring theme that... Okay, we still configure. Recurring theme, we also vastly improved the T2 usability, right? Imagine we would now 10 minutes recompress X set to set standard. So much progress. So happy. At least with all the regressions and lack of performance. At least I'm happy with our own progress and quality of life improvements. Yeah, it's basically pointless to live stream more. It just will build a while. Because of course it does. I hope you enjoyed this, learned something. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe. Have a good day or night, maybe Patreon or GitHub sponsor. And I hope to see you soon for all the next fun stuff to come. Joe says that's a cool card. Yeah, and I have a Xenon. Actually, I should check how Xenon. The thing is, I read it 100 times. I mean, my Steam Deck. Yeah, somehow also with all the fixes I still haven't. I mean, I'm also not spending time. I don't know why the bloody Steam speakers do not work. They should work, but somehow they don't. Yes, I'm aware of all the mono amplifier and stuff. Anyway, I get no tone out of there for whatever complexity reasons. How do they want this pronounced? Do they have a pronunciation here for... No? Oh. Xeon. Okay, Phi. Did I say Phi? Phi. I think I usually say Phi, right? But I think I pronounced Xeon differently than native. Maybe native Google English. So I need Xeon. I say it, usually say it more Xeons or Xeon, more Xeon than Xeon. Phi here, so maybe Phi. So I forgot it already. Xeon, right? Xeon Phi. I mean, yeah, a crazy system. You can have this. You would. I need to fix one day. Is this still freaking building? Of course, it's still freaking installing. It's also still configuring. Okay, one more thing. What's going on here? One day I need to fix it anyway. Also, you know what? I need something to drink. I need hydration. Also, some neighbor cooks with freaking garlic. First it smelled wheat, now it smells garlic. Don't even have the entry door open, which sometimes I need ventilation here. Yeah, Phi. Did I say Phi? Phi. That's how I said it, right? Need to rewrite my own video. I'm more surprised I said Xeon, so potentially not American correctly. So Xeon Phi, there we have that. Oh, Xeon Phi. Whatever. We are tech channel. Who freaking needs pronunciation? You're not here for my English skills. What fails here? This built for ages. Although maybe someone updated it recently, right? What is even? Okay, this is documentation shit. This is get GTK doc helper of. Okay, maybe it's like, yeah. Okay, so maybe locally updating. It's like 2023. Maybe locally updating GTK doc broke that. Stopped in no module name pigments. Wait, this is locally or not? Maybe that is. Maybe we need. It's probably mixing bootstrapping tools and system and the system GTK. Oh, this is still installing. I mean, at least this PCIe accelerator has so much memory, we can actually build two things. Not on the PS3, it's like building one thing is swapping it, especially the retail to death. It's like, on this, like, hey, you have 4 gigs of freaking memory. It's as much as Apple shipped until recently on their desktop, so you can have your subversion checkout in TempFS and still freaking build two things. And if we load a new T2 kernel with SetRAM, we can even compress it. And stuff. Pigments. Where is this even freaking coming from? Why is it installing it wrong? How did I build it? Okay, build. Why is always shit happening? I'm really not always to say hate, but I'm really not a fan of this modern software architecture. What is even some bloody root cache? Okay, no, it's this is okay. This is just some bloody caching shit. Okay, I can certainly allow this Did a mosquito bite me now? Don't tell me I have mosquitoes flying around here now. Oh man. I mean, yeah, I'm dreaming of my off-grid cabin. I certainly can't complain about a mosquito flying in the office now. It's not like you don't have mosquitoes in your Canadian off-grid cabin, or Swedish, or any other Italian Alps. Where do you want to have your peace and off-grid cabin? Leave in the comments below. Probably. Next poll coming. The poll today: what is your favorite networking file system? Coming up next, what is your favorite off-grid location that I still don't freaking have TM? So yeah, maybe it installed, right? Did this install? I mean, I probably can work. I've not even committed this yet, I believe. So it's probably a new regression that I didn't even commit yet. But yeah, I need to add, I should not forget to add. It's like, yeah, configure. When I'm saying configure is embarrassingly parallel, it's like, yeah, we finished freaking building Perl TM in 48 freaking minutes. But wait, why is this off? No, actually it might not be off, actually it might be real. But why is this estimate so off? Also, yeah, this is because I clobbered. This is my fault, right? This is user error in front of the keyboard and display, and alright. I mean, we built it partially in parallel, but that can only be the last. I mean, and that was mostly installing, so. I mean, we have seen it partially not running parallel, right? So. Yeah, not the most important. Maybe also the Perl estimate is off. That is also. Maybe our reference is off. Okay, that worked. Does this fix our build here? It's like, yeah, not the cleanest. I mean, also wait. Okay, this is fixed. Okay, at least we know what we. But I want to migrate away from this, and so to do fix pick. What is it? Pick mat. Pick whatever. Pigments. And other Python outside base steering native build cache stuff. Let's rebuild Perl. Just I'm guessing it's not building in 9 seconds. So yeah, somehow the Perl stuff is so non-parallel that it does even on Epic Threadripper and Horizon not scale the best, I guess. Yeah, but I'm not live streaming the whole. It's basically we're done now. We fixed some stuff. Also, I mean, this pigment stuff. I mean, it should just build without hiccup, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so this 9 seconds is also vastly off here for some reason. It's also not very parallel here, so there is something in the. Okay, maybe we're done now. Okay, ignoring that stuff, but somehow. $75 of bin utils. The error we fake, it's just some shared nonsense. Okay, actually our saved estimate was way off. For just headers or whatever. Also, now it installs 3000 more files, and maybe we should not run overall header files, some Perl FFI, foreign function face, Perl interface generations thing. Anyway, I mean, it's better, but not yet outstanding. Also, yeah, configure is its finest. I mean, if we continue talking like that, we will actually see Benutils probably finishing here. How much slower is cross-compiler versus compiling on the hardware? Wait, it's faster, right? It's like orders. It's like 1, 2, 3, or 10 orders of magnitude faster, right? So I mean, because I mean, it is the same. It would be a similar speed if the hardware would be the same performance. But most of my performance, like I don't have an IBM Power 10, right? I have an IBM Power 8 previous video, or I don't have a Sun. What was it? Sun M4 or so, or whatever that was. I have my fastest Sun is now after years. My fastest Sun was 270 megahertz. Then, thanks to an amazing T2 user and YouTube viewer donation, my fastest Sun was dual 1.2 gigahertz, and that was slow, right? I mean, it was faster than my old one in order of magnitude, but it's still freaking slow, right? Now I auctioned myself previous video the Sun T4-1 with 64 threads or so. That is fast, and the first ever out of order, I believe. Also speculating, not sure. Out of order, like the first out of order Spark, and even that is not epic thread ripping, right? So given I simply don't have as epic thread ripping hardware as this Ryzen 7950X build, right? Build previous video. So given that, cross-compiling everything is 2, 3, or 10 orders. Like in the PS3, it's like you build it in 40 seconds or in 1 hour 40, right? So how more? It's like even 20 orders of magnitude, or it's like. And also Debian, I read on some article, Debian is using a cluster of. Let me pick it up. We have one unmatched RISC-V cube, right? And yes, I'm aware. Theoretically I filmed all the build. I just also some of the colors are the colors amazing? Some of the colors are not amazing. This is a pretty cool cube. I'm not sure if it comes out of this live view. I have a build video theoretically. This is also a cool case. SFX also power supply there. I would have been a more, I mean, not only would I be richer with doing consulting or stuff in commercial software, I would also be richer if I would do AAA videos. I recorded this build. I have never had time to edit it. That I have exclosures like perforated metal sheets. Theoretically, it's a cube. Anyway, my point is, like, I have one, and I brought this with my own $667 of our own hard-earned cash here, right? I have one unmatched RISC-V cube. Debian also has 10 or 12 or whatever, right, of exactly this unmatched quad-core 1.3 gigahertz. And I built stuff, like Debian allegedly builds this with a cluster of 10 or 12 or whatever, and this is freaking slow, right? Basically it's as slow as this. And we built this in 2 hours, right? Probably Debian builds on a cluster in 2 weeks, or I don't know what, or 2 months. It's like, sure, we cannot cross-compile everything, but I rather work on cross-compiling everything, like G-object introspection, than having a cluster of, like, imagine it's like 10 freaking Sun Niagara Falls or Ultra Sparks. Like I have one Ultra Spark and one Niagara T4, but I'm not setting up. I mean, until recently I didn't even have a Sun T4, and how other distributions maintain their stuff is unbelievable to me. So we have performance numbers for this, right? So I have this unmatched board here, Sci5, Hi5, not Star5, Sci5, unmatched. And so, yeah, 10 minutes. I mean, it's not that slow, but yeah. It's actually crazy that, but yeah, it does not have a 23 stage pipeline, right? And DDR4 memory and stuff. Maybe better branch predictor and whatnot. I mean, somehow it's crazy. In some ways it's crazy how, but I mean, it wasn't built for using those PowerPC cells were built to use the cells, right? To use the synergetic processing elements and use the PowerPC core for management tasks, right? We do the opposite. We use the PowerPC for the main task, and we do not use the SPEs at all. So that's obviously not what these accelerators were meant for. By the way, do we have? I wonder if that works. Do we have X-trace? Once it may or may not have. Please tell me that this works. What does it even freaking do? Is that nothing? It has X-trace. No, it has X-trace. Why does it not work? If X-trace equal 1 or... what have I done wrong for this not to work? But yeah, so it answers this question. Yes, that is true. I said it in yesterday's video, right? The RISC-V Foundation and so the company and RISC-V Foundation actually should. I said it in yesterday's video, right? In the meantime, yes, I know, right? Thanks for the company and RISC-V Foundation for providing us with that, for all our hard work. But I have how long do I have the unmatched? Nearly 2 years? At least over maybe 1.5 years. Also this, because this X-trace is inside there. I did this wrong. So yes, that is true. Also the unmatched is out of, is obsolete, is discontinued. It was a developer vehicle, right? And we got quite some subscribers and views, right? We were mentioned. I mean, I did this RDNA 2 enablement, right? Playing Quake 3 on unmatched RISC-V before everyone else on RDNA 2 previous video, right? It got us mentioned on Level 1 Tech News and Linus Tech Tips, Warnshaw or stuff, Hacker News and J Combinator, and probably gained us 1,000 new subscribers and 10,000 of views or so. So that's what 667, and we needed testing, right? I mean, you can't obviously. Exacode promised 20 million euros of investments through your merchandise purchase and Shellac subscribes over the next decades, and certainly need to put money where our mouth is here. So yeah, in the meantime, sure, there is new stuff would be said if it weren't. I'm certainly waiting the next out of order course with vector extension. That will be the next RISC-V performance revolution. Out of order, eventually speculating, and with vector extensions, and then this stuff will not thread rip, but at least rock significantly. So yeah, I actually wanted to check what is running here. So that is configure stuff quite a while. Then whatever that was hanging. I mean, yeah, the recurring theme, it's configuring forever. And what even is that? I should have... okay, it configures forever. Okay, what is the PS3 of that? What was dash L, right? And dash V or A or... Okay, that's a little bit... That's why it's not long by default. What is freaking running here? Okay, make dep is running without parallel. Can this not be parallel? Yeah, we're still building. Let's hope we do not run out of memory in temporary. US now we still have 2.8 gigs free. That's fine. Do we manually do the step stuff or does Perl do it? This is Bootstrap. Config H. We have preconf. Is it dep or what was it even? The PS3 should show us this actually. Is this the right one? Where is what? Oh, did I kill that? Maybe I killed this. This was clever. Probably check the should check the comments. Shared file error. I don't care. What else do we have there? Feel like it would be faster to just run RISC-V soft course on a bunch of everything. No, it isn't. So I've done that, right? Of course, I don't have the fastest, but you don't get gigahertz on. Where's my FPGA? I've done this, right? I probably should. I have it on my to-do because I lo and behold, I don't really have a 32-bit. So we have done this also. Yes, that is the Ulix 3S. It's not super high performance, but you're not getting gigahertz, right? I mean, sure, you could, like, if you would implement yourself a speculative out of order and vector extension and would run it at a gigahertz if you're on the most expensive huge FPGAs, but they cost also thousands of dollars with proprietary 9.2 chains. On a regular affordable FPGA, I don't think you can have also you would need a high performance DDR4 interface, right? Which of course high-end FPGAs have, but it's not like you get some $50 FPGA and run this performance. I mean, the Mango Pi is slow, right? Mango Pi here, have it all here, right? Thanks for that again. Can't thank our donations here enough. And the unmatched is not that slow. I mean, it's for that part, it's you need to, and that is why I'm adding performance indexes, right? You need to put it into perspective. This is way faster than a PS3 for the general compute task, or even an IBM PowerXCell, right? So it's not that bad. It's just that modern x86 is epic, thread ripping, out of order speculating, and 16 freaking cores and stuff, and vector extension, and SIMD, and DDR5, and so on, and so forth. Yeah, I agree. Second, this also, I agree, a lot of server gear is the IBM Power I got for €150. The Sun T4-1 I got for 240-ish, and I took half the memory out, right? So it's like basically if you divide this by 2, I got amazing business class machines. Sure, they're not epic thread ripping performance, but especially for those who want to play with non-x86, outstanding deals. Also, the memory, 240 €240 for 120. I believe, yeah, it came with 128 gigs of memory. Sure, DDR3 L registered, but nonetheless, right? Where do you get that much memory and relative performance for 240 euro? It's absolutely mind-blowing. Means there was 10,000 euro when new, right? Something of that sort. Yeah, basically building a data center in your garage for less than 1,000 euro with this simple tricks. Actually, we wanted to check, as if we talk longer and slower, the IBM PowerXCell will build bin utils before we finished optimizing our per build here. So I Control C that, right? So that is I believe it's running. Was it even? Or was it even the right? It should have been the right one. Yeah. It is ridiculous what stuff configures. I mean, more precise builder estimates are not really important. If we wanted more, we would need to log the reference parallel load factor. So now I stopped it and kill it, like pro tip, stop stuff before you kill it. What time do we have even? 21 minutes. This was part, where is even what we run? Is it prefixed plus or what is it prefixed? Did I not run this extras? No, I'm confused. Or maybe I didn't. Ah, darn it. Okay, but we still have the PS3. It's running make depend from configure. Would it configure PL or I'll just configure? This is so ridiculous on so many levels. Contains depends makefile? No, we need to generate make dependencies by running make depend. What the heck? You need to generate make dependencies by running make depend. You might prefer to run it in the background. Made to run it in the background. I mean, what silly suggestion is that? It can take a while. Yeah, no kidding. Thank you very much. No, you must run make. I'm looking into this. Maybe we simply patch this away. I mean, we could. I mean, maybe it's asking for an answer, but scripting that would probably be a little bit error prone. Here is there run make, yes. Do we script that or? Sometimes we echo shit together here for this really. Where's even the config? Eval. Apparently not. So probably without input from standard in, it's defaulting to yes. Can we just change the default here? Where would the default for this be? There's default. I just saw the assignment. There's default stuff in them. Here's default. Why? I mean, it might be easier to patch, like. Shit, why does this not? Did I not fix file or something? Someone didn't save or what? There is that. Someone did I not save that or what? I thought I. Then we need to run it manually, and my hope is that we can run it in parallel. Let's see if that works. Why does this not? Okay, that might speed this shit up a little bit. So now, thank you very much for having your shit music slot outside, and we get copyright infringement for people playing their nonsense there. Oh my. What idiots need a 21 freaking 30 have such freaking loud questionable music choices? If this gets copyright strike here for, I mean, thankfully our space heater is loud enough. Is this hearable? I hope not. Make. So we probably need to run this here then too, right? So we need it here. Eval make this depend. Yeah, need to start to sing over this shit. Thank you very much. So eval that, eval make J. Also we don't literally need that here, not really. So why I have eval here? We don't really need that. Let's get away with this. And where is the other either configure? Here, rm preconf eval conf opt. So either we do it here or do we have pre-make? Okay, there is cross bootstrap. Probably we do it then like here. It's a little bit much though. Maybe we look at the conf 3 make. Jesus, this probably would better to evaluate it. J stuff depend, right? It was. And if you wonder why sometimes, like usually our packages are quite codeless, and if sometimes we have such crazy crappy code like this, then it's like to either usually fix like randomly failing or otherwise irritated and broken stuff, or to speed it up, right? Some poor developer like ourselves was sitting on their RISC-V, Spark, or old x86 machine and was thinking like, why is this freaking running so long? Let's see if that works and speeds it up. Fingers and stuff. Crossed. What is our freaking string pool? Yeah, CXX. That is where the PS2 swaps to death. Did I say PS2? PS3, of course. Not sure what I said. Yeah, let's hope this even on horizon cuts some seconds. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't take much. I mean, actually this time should be identical. Here, this is identical because it's totally consumed. Time, no make depend. But the build time should be faster. The build time is here in var ADM packages. Oh no, let's continue with this. Somehow it does. Or did we? Okay, maybe we control C that. Maybe it cuts. Maybe I control C that. I'm not sure. If that. I mean, should we double check that? Ah, wait, this is also the wrong package. Oh. Yeah, 5 seconds apparently, or like, yeah, 5 to 6 seconds. If that is not an improvement, yay! It's like nothing like, yeah, writing dependency. I mean, you don't need to write dependency stuff like this, right? Pro tip: my build stuff for already 15 years, not when I was young and naive already, didn't even have that much education for that. There are GCC options to write used header files and thus dependencies automatically, right? So with -m, capital MT or TD, whatever stuff. So yeah, like normal people don't, because fun fact, to build it once, you don't even need it, right? I wonder, do we even need to do that? Because fun fact, you only need this dependency information if you rebuild, right? Because if you build first, you need to build everything anyway. So it's like, yeah, clever build systems like my own, which is not using any of all those over complex modern CMake, Mesa, Ninja and stuff. It's just readable, tiny, minimal readable configure stuff and regular old-fashioned, somewhat, it's like clever make files. Like regular GNU, yes, it needs GNU make, but regular GNU make stuff, it's like built like a charm. And other freaking, yeah. What do I know? Apparently the Perl people must know. Joe says, wish to use a space heater right now. It was also a globally heated summer in Berlin, right? And our office is the last floor with windows to the south. It's like our freaking office is a, yeah, I need to move or need to invest into, like, we had a monoblock portable aircon that also broke after 10 years. It never worked great. Pro tip, never buy a monoblock. Just yesterday I researched fresh air pipe, like dual pipe aircon, like monoblock things. Yes, they also suck, but they're nearly none, right? Some years ago they have been none. Like 99% of the bloody monoblock portable things are one pipe exhaust air, where all this with the resulting pressure difference, all the warm air comes directly in again, right? Why humankind needs to, I mean, such machines should, in my opinion, be forbidden. We had it for reasons. It sucked. After 10 years of only some weeks in the summer use, it broke now. Thank you very much. Yes, 10 years old. Nah, can't recommend. And such inefficient machines should be forbidden. And with the stupid energy labels in Germany, they even have like this DeLonghi, Pinguini, all the other, they all have an A rating of, like, in the category of monoblocks, they are crap. Yeah, thank you very much. They are the top of the inefficient monoblock devices, like due. Politicians at work. It's unbelievable. Yes, I need to move. I need to move to an off-grid cabin. But this office sucks. Not only the Vodafone's failing DOCSIS sucks, but the heat here also sucks. If you're not, I mean, to be fair, I usually don't have loud music problems, given it's a fourth floor and stuff. I have it rarely. Although on the opposite, usually I have good music. I mean, not sometimes I have good music. The opposite is a university of music and other arts and, was it of arts and music, whatever. I mean, sometimes there's musicians over there on the street play some nice live music stuff, which my neighbors hate, but I'm just like, hey, it's some classic or otherwise usable, manually played music live stuff. It's like free entertainment. But, nah. Of course, if your taste is shit music, then you probably don't like this practicing of music students. But usually I'm okay with them, but not with strange music out of a car. Can't come. I mean, I'm not allowed by loud music. I'm only annoyed by shit loud music. There's a difference. But yeah, preferably lots of music, like live played music. And yeah, granted, there probably is also shit music in third world countries. But also, do we not call this developing? Third world country sounds not very nice. Anyway, yeah, window. The problem is it's a fourth floor. I'm aware of that window units. I mean, ideally a proper installed split unit, right? But window units are the next best thing. I'm aware of that. Yeah, the problem is even that I have hard to install. It's a fourth floor and it's a flat facade thing, so it's not like I can easily install this window unit thing here. It's like, yeah, it's complicated. Preferably, I need to move, and yeah. So Perl, that's an improvement. Very theoretically, I could try. You know what? Let's give it one try. If we even need to run this here, depend. Let's see if it does it build without that, or will it error since it doesn't have dependency files. It probably will error out, but let's test that. How far are we here into? Yeah, I always did. I still have 2 points. That is megabyte, gigabyte. Okay, gigabyte sucks. I mean, I wonder why they can't do floating point math here, but yeah. I would prefer 2 and comma, but probably not. That's not something that Unix tools would do. So probably megabyte is next best thing. So yeah, still freaking lots of. How did we mount tempfs? So probably this defaults, right? We mounted tempfs with. Okay, it's some kind of this is a T2 70% or whatever, or 60. Yeah, that all of that is big enough. Only need to finish compiling that. Okay, it looks like it maybe even built without this dependency shit. I mean, maybe I leave it in there just because. I mean, we could test cross bootstrap with. We better test that with 564 0 Perl. Is it 0 Perl? Probably 0 Perl. Yeah, for one thing, it's of course not the biggest improvement, but I mean, software only gets better. Like for my, okay, realistically, maybe it took 5 minutes. Will I ever get that time back? But that is only how big complex systems get better, right? If there's not someone who optimizes one place, like optimizes this and that, it's like, yeah, sure. You can always say, like, is 1 hour looking into some detail worth your time spent? But yeah, if we would not all, as a community, improve everything we see, we wouldn't have amazing systems, right? And of course, 5 seconds on Horizon might be 2 minutes on a IBM Excel, right? So let's check. So apparently that worked without this make depend. Let's verify that. So that built in 42 seconds for some reason. All right, because it bootstrapped this stuff, so it built a little bit more. Let's. Or is it? Actually, the real test would be the which is the cross compiled. Let's 1. Okay, then it's 2 Perl. Let's better build this 2. Oh yeah, that's because the other is native. Why is this? Somehow should be a little bit faster, but we'll see. Only new, yeah. Let's go already into, so this is the background. What have I done? Did I build this for both? Oh wait. What have I done? Do I have any more background jobs than I thought I have? Apparently I've had another. Alright, I backgrounded because I run this twice, yes, okay. Build risk 5. Basically what happened is I had there a parked background job that I stopped 10 minutes ago, right, when we debugged this PS3. Alrighty, package. Pearl, so one. Okay, this I control C that for some reason. Should there not be. Or did I not build this? I thought I had this fully built. Oh, actually, I wanted to check the build time, but apparently can't do that then if we. Hello? My LTO. Probably the one thing I would want here is runtime. Apparently it's not showing the runtime here by default, right? Oh no, I pressed something. Okay, this failed for reasons. Did we not build this? Why does this now have a swap as to hidden symbol? I thought it previously built, no? Did we not? Oops. Let's hope I didn't kill an FS server there. That would suck. Apparently not. I thought I had everything built, no? Okay, maybe I don't commit this today. I leave it here for my next bootstraps and see if my next bootstraps work with it. Not really sure why this. But that's often the thing, right? It built and then you touch something and it doesn't build anymore. I thought this was a complete build, no? Apparently not. Okay, maybe it's just the last of us. Maybe we didn't get to Pearl already. Maybe. Yeah, we will see. Yep, long build times are a thing. Or is that minutes, right? Is it running 18 freaking minutes? Did this just finish? Oh no, this is seconds. Minutes, seconds. Hopefully 17, 20. Yeah, this is seconds. Why is this not progressing? Or is it running multiple things? Whatever, I guess. So yeah, that's it then for this video. We did some stuff. You only improve complex systems by improving them every day, not only for upstream bitrot. There are, what was there? Window units. Okay, we had this. Found a wired issue with Mellanox firmware that seems only effective Intel boards. The 3 series chipset cause Linux to hang on boot. Don't know anything about this, unfortunately. But if you find interesting stuff, leave it here or in our Discord. Sorry, guess I'm getting tired at this time and so on. Not really sure why this is hanging so. And as long as I was doing that, I probably can also wait until this terminates. Did we build everything, or it's the last stuff? Guess eventually this will continue. Time will show. That's it. Finally, know how this video is usually 2 hours. Of course, do some stuff after work. 2 hours invested into your favorite open source pet project. Hope you enjoyed this, learned something. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, maybe Patreon or GoFundMe. And hope to see you soon for the next fun stuff to come.